Midnight come, come.
Hi, welcome back to the Vinyl Lounge Montreal. My name is Olivier, and we are back here together for the 80s series. Yes, that is the series I started a few weeks ago. Why the 80s? Well, I was born in 1970, meaning the 80s were my teenage years going on to a young adult. The high school years, the first kiss, the first date, the great movies, the first high school dance. Yes, my first slow dance. Every breath you take, something like that. You know what I'm saying? It was my best years. So we're back. I started a few weeks ago, like I said. I did 1980. I'm going all the way to 1989. I did it in 1980, 1981. Today we are going to 1982. Yes, 1982, I think Cheers came out, one of my favorite TV series ever. I wanted to be Sam every day of my life as a young adult. What a crazy, cool show. I think Tootsie came out, Blade Runner came out. Man, wow, Blade Runner. You remember that movie? If you watch it today, it still looks amazing. E.T. came out. You remember that? How many times did I see this movie and cry? Wow, I watched it, I think, 2 years ago with the kids, and it's so a great year. It was incredible. It was also, so like I said last time, 1981 was the year that MTV first came out. But 1982 was the first year where MTV came to cable in everybody's houses, where the videos exploded for real. So I'm not going to keep you guys here for too long. I'm going to show you a few albums. I started pulling them out from my collection, 1982, and I ended up with a stack of 50. I'm like, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. So I'm going to go through a few that I have here that influenced me, that I really loved from the 80s. Starting with this one here. Well, you see this one here and this one here. You've probably seen these two covers before. This is Men at Work. One of the bands that I really, really appreciated in the 80s with hits, Who Can It Be Now? I can see Down Under. What was the other one? People Just Love to Play the Words. Touching the Untouchables, Catch a Star. And this, whoa, sorry. I have Mick Jagger. What are you doing there, Jagger? Get out of here. You're not in 1982. So, hey, this came out in Australia in 1981. This one does not count. They made a special color cover for the Aussies, being an Aussie band. This is the one that came out worldwide, the yellow one, 1982. Men at Work. Great album, great band from Down Under. Yes, moving along with Hall & Oates, H2O, man. This is the album where you have Man-Eater, you have Open All Night, Family Man, One on One, which was one of my first slow dances. Look at these guys. Oh, man, Daryl Hall and John Oates right here. So 80s, so good. I have the greatest hits compilation that I play very, very often. Look at this back cover with Sarah Smiles and all that. Another one, I had spoken about this before when I was living at my parents' house in the basement. Those 6-foot posters, I had one of Michael Jackson, Boy George. This one here, I had George Michael, I had Madonna. They were the 80s for me. So Kissing to Be Clever, which was an amazing album. You add on here, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? I Know I'm Not Crazy. I'll Tumble For You. Boy George, still do it. You guys, if you don't follow Boy George on social media, you should. Very, very interesting man. Very smart man. And I think he's still DJing up in the UK and sometimes worldwide. Look him up, Boy George. Moving on with a local band, my friend Ivan, Men Without Hats. Yes, Rhythm of Youth, 1982. And if you don't remember this, well, just look at the sign. You have, the band, Men Without Hats. It's, oh my God, the Safety Dance. I had a blank right there. I play this all the time. Katie and I had a weekend dance on this song here. They are incredible. Ivan, the singer, went to the same school as me, Collège Stanislas in Utremont. And you know what? I reached out to him about a month and a half ago, telling him how I felt and does he remember this? We started chatting back and forth. He answers right away. It's really, really cool. Really fun. Oh, I'm going to be honest. There's one or two albums in this pile here that I wasn't all in on and I did not know much of. But I put them in there because I think that they were great albums from that year. And one of them is Mr. Neil Young, Trance. I listened to this album a while ago many times. I reached out to one of my friends that is a huge Neil Young fan. And because I wasn't sure. Neil Young had different styles, and this one was a bit out there, but I really, really appreciate it. So Neil Young, Trance from 1982. Moving along, this is another one. I was not into this band in 1982. Later on in the 80s, yes, I got into Judas Priest. You all know that I got this album here, Firepower, not too long ago. Real great deal. It's a brand new album that was a bit, it was pulled out of the shrink and a little worn, but I bought it brand new. The wax is mint and brand new. I got it for a deal. So this was a great album from 1982. I think it's on the Spin Magazine top 20 or top 50. Moving along with Flock of Seagulls. Come on. And I ran so far away. Come on, man. You remember Flock of Seagulls? What did you have here also? Telecommunication. We had Standing in the Doorway. You Can Run. Come on. Flock of Seagulls. I got this thrifting in Sandbanks camping style last year. Okay. This one was an album that started in 1982 and is still, till this day, I think, the highest grossing, best-selling album of all time. And do not judge or be judgmental. I will not respond to these messages. This is an album that influenced and got to me and got to the whole world, with every single song on it being an incredible, incredible hit. I'm talking Michael Jackson, Thriller. Want to be starting something, Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine, Thriller, Beat It. You remember Beat It with Van Halen on guitar. Billie Jean, Human Nature, which is one of my favorite. The Lady in My Life. Come on, guys. Michael Jackson was and still is a great, great artist and album, Thriller. Moving along with, listen... This came, not 1982. 1982, I was 12 years old. I did not go to dances or anything yet, but a little later on, I'm not fast forwarding. I'm just very excited. It's the 80s, and it brings me back to my teenage years. The Clash, the combat rock. So yesterday was the date they released their first ever album. This is the 1982 album from The Clash. With songs like Know Your Rights. What do you have here? Should I Stay or Should I Go? So when this came on, you would get on the dance floor, lift up your elbows, and do a little, a little trashing, a little fun. They were that punk era where I actually followed them, and they were in my life as a skater. When I used to, hang out with the boys and go to the ramp and have a good time, and we need a little punk rock on the boom box that we carried. So The Clash, 1982, combat rock. Moving along with totally different style. I played this not too long ago. This is John Cougar, American Fool. This is one of my favorite albums in the country rock. I mean, there's not one bad song on this. Hurts So Good, Jack and Diane, Dangerous, Can You Take It, China Girl, Weakest Moments. I mean, if you don't have this in your collection, or if you have not streamed it or spun it lately, you should pull it out. It is such a gem. That's what I did a few days ago, and I had a great time doing it. I'm going to stick to these guys here. They released this in 1982. Duran Duran. What a great album to have in your collection. I got this, once again, thrifting about a month and a half or 2 months ago. Oh man, great songs. Election Day, Goodbyes Forever. You have El Diablo on here, Rosa Arcana. Some people don't like this album. I am a huge Duran Duran fan. I don't have enough of them. I'm always on the watch for their albums. This is one that came out in 1982 and that I really appreciate. Moving along with, okay. So, well, actually, this is the last one I'm going to show you. I think I'm over 10 now. I'm not going to keep going and going. This was, I think, on everybody's top list. I only discovered this one later on. We all knew the Born in the USA, blah, 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 from the Bruce Springsteen era. But Nebraska. So this is Japanese pressing, which is absolutely incredible. I got this as a gift from my buddy Robbie a while ago. It's rarely spun. I have 3 other copies, a US pressing, a Canadian pressing of Nebraska. So this album is an absolute gem. You have Mansion on the Hill, Atlantic City, Nebraska. Obviously, you have Used Cars, My Father's House. Reason to Believe. There's not one song on this album that is not great. And till this day, I really appreciate Bruce Springsteen. He's a great artist. He's still on tour. I missed him when he came to Montreal. I wish I would have seen him, but you can't see them all. So that was my 1982 series, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have albums that you do have that I showed, well, just mention it. And if you have some that you enjoyed or influenced you in the 80s, well, just write below in the comments. And make sure if you enjoyed this video, obviously, to like and subscribe and message me and follow and tell me you find me cute and all that stuff, because I am cute and friendly and joyful and, okay. Time out. All right, Macho Man, Elizabeth. Ciao. Take care, guys. 1982, 83 coming soon.